If you're finding yourself procrastinating and just constantly sitting down watching Netflix, or watching TV, scrolling on your phone, instead of doing the work that you want to be doing, or there's some other project that you'd like to start. The truth is, at the time, what you desire to do is just to relax and to be entertained. But that desire is always going to be there. What we want to do is actually create a new desire. If you had in that moment more of a desire for something that's specific, something that you want to do, the desire for this work project or this home project or whatever it is. If you're constantly fighting your desire to just be not doing that thing, or to be relaxing and on the couch, fighting your desire there is hard, right? And it's typically unsuccessful. Right? But instead of just sitting there trying to fight yourself all the time and never working on your desire and never thinking, okay, how can I have more of a desire to be doing those other things, then sitting down and just thinking, okay, and saying, what is the desire that I want to be larger than the one of to just sit down and scrolling on your phone or watching TV? What is the desire I want more? Right? Because and then focus on that desire.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
If you're thinking, I would really love to be either working out or working on something for work, or instead of just sitting here doing this, I said, take the time out. Think about, what am I going to benefit from this? Why do I really want this? Really answer that question. Why? Why would I want this other thing? If you're feeling some resistance towards doing it, and find your desire. Find the desire for it. And once you identify, this is why I want this, once you've justified it to your unconscious mind, then that plants that seed. It plants the seed. And then that can grow. And you can't force things to grow, but they grow. But as long as you've genuinely planted that seed, answer the question, why do I want this? And when you know why you want it and you really believe that and you buy into it, that's where it all begins. Right? Answering the question, why do I desire this? Right? And that's all you do, just answer the question. Answer the question and then just watch it grow, and then meditate on that. Think about it.
Christian Wood.
Why do I want this? And then think about, even if you've only got one answer for that, just keep thinking about it. Just keep coming back to that thinking, this is why I want it. So when you're thinking, why should, I really wish I was doing this other thing. Right? I really wish I was doing this project for work. I really wish I was planning meals or going out doing a workout. Just think, why do I want that? Why do I want to do that? And then when you buy into that reason and you feel that reason, you'll be motivated into action. Right? Or you'll at least have desire come up that you can then act upon. When you want to do something, you typically do it. You're attracted to the things you desire. So I remember when I was a kid, overweight, 30 kilos overweight, just enjoying food all the time and only caring about how much things taste, driven by the desire for taste and the experience of eating. That was really the driving force. But then when I realized that I was just gaining too much weight too fast, and it was just not going to stop, and my self-esteem was being affected, and I just wanted to change. I guess that's where our desire creeped in for. I wanted change now. Of course, I still want to eat the food. I still want to have that experience of eating, and that's there. It's still within me now, and within all of us to some degree. But there was a dual desire. There was something that came up for me where I wanted something else. And that's the thing. We have competing desires. So what is it that I wanted more at the time? Was the thing that's gonna be the thing that ends up coming up for me more, and then what I end up acting on. So I had to get to that point where I actually stopped and considered, what is it that I'm doing here? What is it that I want more, right? And if I'm just being driven by impulse and desire, then I'm just going to keep going for that food. I'm just going to keep going for the taste and the experience of eating. But then when I had to stop and really think about, Where do I want my life to go? Who do I want to be? How do I want to be? How do I want to be in 5 years? How do I want to be in 10 years? How do I want to be living? And the more that I just thought on that, the more it just started to sink in. You know, I started to think, what do I want my life to look like? What do I want to look like? And just that contemplation. You know, I'm not judging myself. That's not helpful to be judging at this time. It's just contemplating without judgment. How is this serving me? So then I thought, okay, I need to bring in the desire for a healthy body and a healthy life. When that is the desire that I want, then when I come to consider what should I eat right now, or should I have this? Should I have seconds? Should I have this next meal? You're looking at a menu and I decide, okay, what do I want to eat? Then the desire for a healthy body is there. A desire. If that desire isn't present, then I'm not going to act upon that. So having that desire be present, that is where I'm going to be motivated to go. Putting that consideration in place, it was going to allow that extra desire to be manifesting in the moment. But I've got to do that outside of the context of the eating. If I only try and work on these things in the moment, then I'm just hijacked by my stronger desire in the moment. Taking that time aside to think about it, when I come into the moment of needing to make a choice, then that desire will have come up in a stronger way, because I spent the time outside of that to really try and set up myself to have that desire stronger in the moment. So desire is a producing force. It's producing our thoughts and generating feelings, and then we act upon those. Fighting our desire isn't a winning strategy. Fighting your desire is it's exhausting, right? So what we want to do is cultivate a desire, right? So that seems hard to do. You want what you want, right? But some things that we want aren't good for us, right? So we have to spend some time contemplating what it is that we want. Identify what it is that you want unconsciously. Right now, you maybe get a pen and paper out, or get the phone or the computer out, and just make a list of the things that what do I want? What do I see in my life that actually shows me what I'm acting upon? Because you're always acting upon what you want. Whether it's good for you or bad for you, the truth is you are acting upon what you want. If you want to drink right now, or you want to do something that's actually damaging, but you still want what am I wanting? Pleasure. Am I wanting just to relax, so you're not doing enough at work, or what is it that you're wanting? And then consider how that's affecting your life, right? And then consider what it is you want on a higher level, and then think about what it is that you would need to do to get those higher desires met. And it's really just about that, just contemplating those things. Meditate on what it is that you want and what it is that you would need to do to achieve those things, right? Trying to force this stuff isn't usually successful. You're trying to force it, then you're just fighting yourself. It causes a tension, and you just want to get away from tension. So again, what we're talking about right now is just working on one aspect of our unconscious, our subconscious. It's working on desire, trying to curate and create what is naturally bubbling up from us. It's a time where you take away what it is that's occurring to you all the time. Take and consider, what is it that's occurring to me? And then as you're reflecting upon what naturally seems to come up, those things can start to change. And what naturally comes up for you can change. So again, this isn't something that you can force upon yourself. This is just a matter of considering, how does this help me? How does this take away from me? Is this helping me get to where I want to go in life? So this is about getting into the structure of our unconscious, identifying what is it that's generating my feelings and my thoughts. What frames am I holding in my mind that are just creating my desires? My desires creating my feelings, creating my thoughts. And then ultimately the things you act on. So just a little nugget for you there about desire, considering your desires, reconsidering your desires, contemplating on what you would want at a higher level. and just marinating in that. And then that may start to change you in the ways that you would like to be more and more to make your life better. So I hope you enjoyed that, and subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next video right here.